The biggest mistake I see new fire officers make isn't on the fire ground. It isn't command. It isn't tactics. It isn't knowing how to stretch a hose line. It's believing they're only responsible for leading firefighters. That's a mistake that can limit your effectiveness long before the first alarm ever comes in. Welcome to Fire Ready Leadership. If you're preparing for promotion or you've recently pinned on your first bugle, this series is designed to help you become the kind of leader people want to follow. Today, we're talking about one lesson that every successful fire officer eventually learns. Leadership doesn't stop at the fire station doors. Promotion changes everything. Suddenly, you're responsible for reports, personnel issues, training, performance evaluations, safety, equipment, and incident command. That's a lot to learn. Most new officers naturally become focused on leading their crew, and that's exactly what they should do. But sometimes that focus becomes tunnel vision. They start believing their job begins and ends with the firefighters assigned to their apparatus. The reality couldn't be more different. Think about almost every significant incident you've ever worked. Structure fires, hazardous materials, major vehicle accidents, technical rescues, active violence incidents, and natural disasters. Very few of those incidents belong to only one department. Success depends on everyone working together. Police, EMS, dispatch, public works, building officials, emergency management, utility companies, hospital staff, and military installations. Every one of those organizations has a role. As a fire officer, you're expected to work with all of them. I learned this lesson early in my career. We had an operation where everything on the fire department side was ready. Personnel, equipment, planning, and training. Everything was in place. But one critical piece depended on another agency. Communication hadn't been established. Expectations weren't clearly understood. Relationships hadn't been developed beforehand. What should have been a straightforward operation suddenly became much more difficult. It wasn't a failure of tactics. It wasn't a lack of training. It was a lack of relationship building. That experience completely changed the way I viewed leadership. Here's the mistake. Most officers aren't unfriendly. They're not lazy. They simply assume that because everyone wears a badge, everyone automatically works well together. That's not how leadership works. Relationships don't happen automatically. Trust doesn't happen automatically. Respect isn't automatic. Every one of those things has to be built long before the emergency. So what should you do? Start introducing yourself. Meet the police supervisors in your response area. Learn who manages public works. Visit emergency management. Meet your hospital contacts. Get to know your dispatch supervisors. Ask questions. Learn what challenges they face. Understand their priorities. Build those relationships before the next emergency. Then, train together. Exercise together. Solve problems together. The fire ground should never be the first place your organizations work as a team. Here's one thought I'd encourage every aspiring officer to remember. Your rank gives you authority, but relationships give you influence. Authority allows you to assign work. Influence inspires people to work toward a common mission. Great leaders understand the difference. Before your next shift, pick one partner agency, walk over, introduce yourself, learn one thing about what they do. That 5-minute conversation may pay dividends during your biggest incident. I'd love to hear from you. What's one relationship outside your department that has made you a better fire officer? Leave it in the comments below. And if this video helped you think differently about leadership, hit the like button, subscribe to Fire Ready Leadership, and share it with someone preparing for promotion. Remember, great fire officers don't just build great crews. They build great partnerships. Until next time, stay safe, stay professional, and keep investing in the people around you.